everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. I'm Denise, and this is my weekly reading that I always look into Trump until I don't have to anymore. Anyway, this one's going from June 4th to June 10th, 2023, of course. So let me swap out cameras here and bring you over my table. Okay, so for this week, for the dumpster, I'm going to use this deck, the Visions of Life Tarot. So it'll just be one reading. But then, because I use this deck for teaching, I do have that deck. This is just the box. But it's a regular, Rider-Waite-Smith, except with astrological glyphs from Jamie Sawyer. So if you like this deck, this is the one. And of course this one is Visions of Life. But what I'm going to do is use this deck because I like it. It shuffles easily and it's funny. And then I'm going to layer these cards on top because some people don't like this deck. But so you'll get it both ways. And I have those cards in order over there because it's a teaching deck. So anyway. What is Flump's experience for the week of June 4th through 10th? That's what I want to do. And then send it away. Okay, so Trump's 4th through 10th, 2023. June 4th through 10th. I hope you guys all enjoyed that awesome Sagittarius full moon. Okay, that feels done there. All right. Okay. Okay, forces in motion. Yep. 9 of Wands. He should be feeling pretty defended, pretty overwhelmed. Yeah. We know, right? I mean, can you imagine? See, that's the thing. It doesn't matter how shut off, or what's the right word? Cut off is a better way. Cut off from your spirit a person is. The spirit's still there, and they know the right, the spirit knows the right way to go. And the human personality is structured in a way from all of their past lives of atrocities to fight the spirit, then they're always being haunted, right? So there you go. Now, normally I would say this is the 9 of Swords, but that's not how it came through in this deck. But either way. This one does, with the 9 of Swords, the woman's in bed laying down, or not laying down, but, with her head in her hands, and she's halfway horizontal. With this one, he's on his feet, just moving through time and space, or standing and holding a position. So, but anyway, he's defended. The forces in motion in his life is that he is very, very defended. His greatest challenge is a Page of Cups, and I think that probably has to do with his inability to see the creative side of life. It's interesting. Here we have butterflies, but these are rocks. So there's a lack of creativity. And, in the challenge position, that's how you read it. It also, let me feel into these two together, because they really, make a big difference as to the entire reading. Yeah, I'm hearing that he's trying to escape. And I'm also hearing that in the reason he's this defended is that this is his 13-year-old self, who, even though I know it's a girl here, but 13-year-old self who was, he came in a born psychopath, I believe, But at 13 is when they sent him away to military camp, and I think that he's been playing out the wounding from that all his life. So, yeah, so there's that. Okay, so let's keep going. So here we have, let's just see how many I can fit this way. The Sun card, yeah, no, he's not enlightened, but he's going to learn in a very painful way with a big can of whoop-ass upside the head what he can and cannot get away with. Of course, in this deck, I don't allow for reversals because I want you to be able to see the images, the artwork. But with the Sun, if it were reversed, this would be a very, very problematic health issue, right? And with the Death card following, yikes. And, you can't go through life so defended and having your cortisol levels crazy all your life. And, to me, it's amazing he's still alive. We also have the, wow, 3 majors in a row. We also have the, and these cards are hanging over him. We have the Temperance card. Now, of course, he can't stay balanced and temperate. But this is also my card for the law of mutuality, where you can create things from having, if you're open to life and accept life the way it is, and you're open to creating things coming from a good place, then life meets you, and that is the creative force in the universe that comes through. But he doesn't create from that perspective. He creates from darkness. Maybe we can just go with the images on this one. It's like time. It's coming for you. Wow. There's a lot there. You guys tell me what you think you get from it. And then we have the 8 of Cups. Okay, so this is my card for taking self-responsibility, but in this deck it's indifferent. So of course he's never going to do that because, and it's all right here. This is the way he sees. This is the lenses he sees life through, or the lens of life that he sees. He looks through, which is just transactional and money oriented. His entire self-identification has to do with how much money and control he has, or actually how much control he has, and the money is the thing that gets him there. 6 of Wands, he's going to be seen. So maybe this week he might have some things that are okay about the week. I don't know, Then again, like I said, I didn't allow for reversals. He definitely cannot be seen in the light of who he truly is, because he doesn't show who, none of his spirit comes through. He's just so shrouded. He's completely shrouded in darkness. And it's getting ready to deliver a can of whoop-ass. And maybe it's because he's just always going towards the money. I love the googly eyes there. The piggy bank. Ace of Pentacles, he's looking, I want another card in there, so let me slide these over a little bit. He's looking, with that Ace of Pentacles, just looking for more ways to grift, is what I'm getting there. And he might have some victory over that. This has always been my Facebook card too, but I don't think he did go back on, because he stays on his untruth platform. And then we have the 3 of Cups. So maybe he's going to have to look in the mirror on some level, and maybe it's the women in his life that make him do it. Or on another level, there are cult-like women who will back him up and hold him up. This is really interesting. The 3 of Cups, of course, is our celebration card. So let's see, I want to do some more over here. This over here tends to be the future. But, so, 8 of Pentacles, and, and the Hermit. Yeah, I mean, this is how it is when you're full of darkness. You're going in one direction, and then you need to look up and look at something else. There's a question mark here. Looking up when he should be looking down, he's going in the wrong direction. His ambitions, his work, all that he does, and this might be something that comes out on the the internet and the news, and then he's trying to find his own ass or his own head, but it's up his ass, right? I mean, that's how he operates. Okay, let me see if I can get 3 more for the future. Oh yeah, 7 of Wands. Yikes. 7 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Lover's card where he's torn in two. Okay. Let me finish these and then I will layer the other deck on top so you can, because those cards are the regular Rider-Waite-Smith is embedded pretty much in every person's, well, not every person, any person that is interested at all in tarot. It's like it's so embedded into the culture that we can grab onto those images more easily. So 7 of Wands is having to take a stand and protect your position. It comes right after the 6 of Wands. He's lined up perfectly here. And this side is his future. He's not going to take self-responsibility. It's all about money. He's going to go towards the grifting, but it's not going to work, which is why he's always had to money launder. I mean, well, that's how he grew up. It's in his father's, it's in his bloodline. But with the Ace of Wands here, I feel that this has to do with people making fun of him. He might be optimistic, but and like I said, I didn't allow for reversals. If this were reversed, this would be him having, problems getting his life force going, and that would go with the Sun if it were reversed. And then with, oh goodness. Okay, so these last 6 cards spell out to me that he's being used. The people that are in his life just use him. Okay, so yeah, of course. All right, so bear with me for a moment. I'm going to do things in a weird way here because these cards are in order. All right. Let's see, the other majors are, hold on, we need the, you can pause, or here, I'll pause it. I'll make it faster. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay, so I sat with it for a little bit and got some guidance on which cards should have come through reversed had I allowed for reversals. So definitely the 9 of Wands has him frazzled and exhausted. And like I said, with the Page of Cups coming in there, behind it, which, when it comes in a challenge position, you read it as a reversal. So, of course, that would bring in some disappointment, some dreams that just don't come through. And like I said, that feeling like he's in that 13-year-old place where he's always having to defend himself. Meanwhile, he puts on the big front like he's the man and all that. Up here, I did definitely feel that the Sun would be reversed, and that is absolutely a health issue. It's also, on another level, it has to do with not allowing happiness and joy and love into your life, and of course that's what cuts down a person's vitality. I wonder if there's anything else in that. Sometimes it is like, inner child work that's needed because we do have you can see the child there. I wonder if he's having trouble with, in his relationship with his son, with Baron. You can only parent as well as you have reparented yourself in your own wounding, and he's never done any of that. So I feel these are life force issues, health issues, failure, tremendous negativity coming through him all the time. And I feel like he's probably feeling pretty down and he's repressing his life force, of course, so because he's always going after the money. And the Eight of Pentacles felt that it should have been reversed because that has to do with putting out mediocre work. You know, this would be his NFTs, those non-fungible tokens he was trying to sell to make money. Yeah. And of course, big changes in health changes, right? We've been getting that. Remember that health reading I did on him a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago? I think it was a few weeks ago. It was pretty bad. I think, didn't I have the... Oh, no, that might have been on Putin. I forget. I did health readings on both of them, and I can't remember. One of them, I had the Death card and the Ten of Swords following, and that is definitely... I think it was Putin. Yeah. But anyway, so the Hermit, I felt like it was supposed to be upright, to leave it upright. So there might be some soul searching that comes through, but he just doesn't... I don't know that he can get anywhere without giving a lot up and, you know, and surrendering to the light. And he doesn't do that. He doesn't surrender to anything loving. It's all about money and transactions. Okay, and then what's hanging over him with the Temperance card reversed, I was feeling into that, and I feel that he's just made so many bad choices. He has so much chaos going on in his life. And, you know, I mean, he was born with Sun conjunct Uranus and Gemini, so he's just all over the place trying to find those transactions, right? Trying to find those relationships where he can use and let himself be used, too, in order to make money. Yeah, like more money laundering, the better for him. And then with the Eight of Cups, I felt that definitely came through reversed, and we're dealing with not taking self-responsibility. You know, can't really get away with it either. It's just being stuck. Major stagnancy when you have the Eight of Cups come through reversed. And then with the Six and Seven of Wands, I felt those were both reversed. This is not being seen in a good light, no real victory, and being seen in the wrong light, which is what he deserves, and then being knocked off of his, I'm sure that him and all of his, well, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, but I could only imagine all of his cult members that are laughing about Biden falling down, tripping over the sandbag that should never have been there. And I don't know why Biden's Secret Service agents weren't within elbow's reach so they could keep him from falling down. But he tripped, got back up, and then later on in the jet coming home, I guess he said he got literally sandbagged. So at least he was laughing at himself about it. But that's just, and you know what else? That's life, and people fall down. But we can bet that he's being seen for the wrong reasons, and he's making, well, I don't know. You guys let me know, because I don't follow anything that he says, or I cannot. His voice to me is like, just torture. So I don't listen. As soon as I see him come on TV, I definitely mute and do a little yell at the same time. Like, no. But so I'm feeling like this is him being knocked off of his perch. And he may fall down himself. He may have a fall. But this together would be, even if it's not a physical fall, it would be a falling from his position, right? I did feel that the Ace of Pentacles was supposed to be upright, but the Ace of Wands, it's interesting having two aces here. The Ace of Wands was supposed to be reversed. And I think it has to do with, he's still looking for transactional relationships, but he doesn't really have very much vitality coming through him, and that is affecting his, this is our Gemini card, his ability to communicate and his ability to relate well, and making, again, faulty, bad decisions. right? That's all over here, and that's all he does. And then the Three of Cups, I did feel that was supposed to come through reverse, because that would bring in that element of not really having anything to celebrate, and not really having healthy women backing him up. So just for fun, let me hold on a second, and I'll put the cards upright, and we'll read that way. Okay, hold on. Okay, so let's go this way. I defended, tired, exhausted with the Nine of Wands. Yeah, maybe courageous though, but it's still our card for an ongoing battle. And it's also a card of setbacks that come through. And like I said, I think this has everything to do with his childhood wounding, which he, we need to work through those issues, and he never did. Over here with the Sun, this could be, if it were to come through upright, it could be that the spotlight's on him. There's some information that comes out. He's being seen. And for the work that he's done, all the things that he's done to get money. And that is going to cause a big change in his life. And maybe he'll have to do some soul searching. Wouldn't that be the way it should be? You know what I mean? That's the way that's how people grow. I don't know if he ever will. With the Temperance card up here, I still feel like there's no way that this card would come through upright for this guy. But if it did, this would be him. Maybe he's praying to Archangel Michael. But maybe the big change is that there's maybe he knows there's some need for more balance coming through. And then maybe he is, with the Eight of Cups, walking away from things that are no longer working for him. And maybe with the Six of Wands, he's looking, maybe he's walking away a little bit from being seen so much. Maybe he won't be out as much this next week. This is the week leading up to his birthday, because he was born on June 14th. So that's interesting. I'm going to have to look at his solar return for the year and see maybe his solar return and progressions. If I get time to do that, I will. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, being seen, but having to hold maybe he has some victory in some ways of getting money, and maybe donations, and maybe there is some celebration if we were to read all of these cards upright, which, usually the cards just are, some are upright and some are reversed, but I'm going with the flow here. Seven of Wands has you fighting. Notice the figure here. There's two different shoes on. Having a hard time holding, and he's at a precipice on one side, right? Yeah. In some decks, there's like water in between. So, anyhow, the Seven of Wands is our card for trying to stay in control and protecting something, right? So he's trying to protect his fame and fortune, right? And maybe he's willing to beat people up with that big stick. And, but all he's got are his maggots, right? That's it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm done. I'm going to get out of this energy. Okay. Bye, you guys. Take good care. Love you.